So with that, I want to welcome everyone. I am Tori Giffen. I am the Assistant Director of Online Programs. It is so good to see so many of you today. We are here to talk about the Instructional Design MasterTrack Certificate Program. So we hope you have some questions and want to share about this wonderful program with all of you today. We have the Q&A function set up in Zoom here. So if you have any questions throughout the presentation, please feel free to get those submitted to us, and we will read those questions out so that we can get those answered for others who might be watching this recording back later, and so that you get that question answered for yourself. Some simple questions we might just respond to in the chat and answer them, but we'll try and get everything answered. If we don't get to your question, or if you think of something later, or if you're watching this recording back and you don't have the chance to ask us live, you can always ask us questions via email at onlineprograms@education.illinois.edu, and we'll be happy to get those answered for you. With that, just want to go over what we'll be covering today. So we are now in the welcome introduction. We will talk a little bit about the program overview, and then we have wonderful faculty with us here today, and Carolina will share a little bit about EPOL 472 and 483. We'll talk a little bit about the MasterTrack or Master of Education program. We have a great program, the Instructional Design Technology and Organization Master's program that links really well to this. So we'll talk a little bit about that, and then we'll talk about enrolling in the program, and then we'll have time to answer all of your questions that you might have. So with that, just want to share a little bit. This is everybody in the Office of Online Programs. See myself there. We also have Sangeetha Kapala-Christian, the Assistant Dean for Online Learning and Innovation. She isn't here with us today, but you might have an opportunity to interact with her throughout your program. Or if you email her or see an email from her, just want to let you know that she is a part of our team. We also have Brianna Davis, who is our online student advisor. If you're in the program and have questions or things like that, you'll probably interact with Brianna. And then we also have Gina Poff, who's our online academic and student services coordinator. Brianna, myself, and Gina, if you send emails to us at Online Programs, we might be responding to you and answering those questions. Also, just wanted to let you know if you see answers from any of us during the presentation, you know that we are with the university and we know what we're talking about. So just want to confirm that for everyone. With that, we're going to get into the program at a glance. So the Instructional Design MasterTrack Certificate Program. This program, is built to help students learn and solve real-world learning and performance challenges. The program's set up to integrate technology with today's learning environments, and it covers key concepts in instructional training system design, learning technologies, and more, both the applicable and the practical, as we move through the program. And it consists of 2 courses. They are both graduate courses here in the College of Education also. So while it is a part of the Instructional Design MasterTrack Certificate Program, we partner with Coursera, and the courses are offered on the Coursera platform. These are also graduate courses that are offered by the university and a part of graduate programs here in the Graduate College. They are both 4 credit hours apiece is the courses, and the entire certificate adds up to a total of 8 graduate credit hours. So upon completion of either of the courses, you earn those credit hours, and upon completion of both courses in the certificate, you'll have a total of 8 graduate credit hours here with the College of Education. If you choose to apply, and we hope you would, consider applying to any of our other programs here at the university for our graduate programs. The online EDM and the online EDD program both do accept these courses, and they can be applied to your degree pending admission into the program. So the MasterTrack program, just a little bit about it. You are required to have a bachelor's degree in order to apply for the program. The total tuition for both courses is $2,384. There are no other fees associated with that. The program takes about 3 to 5 months to complete. We have a slide later in the presentation kind of showing all of the different options for that on how it might take 3 months or 5 months. So we'll get into that a little bit more. Essentially, it just depends on when you start the program and things like that. But you also do earn degree credit. There are weekly live sessions for all of the classes. And then there are hands-on projects that are involved in each of the classes as well. With that, we know that we get students from a lot of settings. So we get students that are in higher education, healthcare, IT, business, K-12, previous teachers looking to change industries and become instructional designers, folks that are already in these industries and are looking to be instructional designers within those industries. We even have some students from military backgrounds also, and then job titles. Just want to shout out some of these. These are not an exhaustive list, but all of the job titles here, including instructional designer, curriculum developer, e-learning specialist, trainer, training and development specialist, instructional coordinator, and more. Those are all types of jobs that we've had students go on to have after completing the program. And so just want to share those for reference for everyone. And with that, very happy to introduce our faculty who is with us today, Carolina. She's pretty great, and we are very happy to have her here today to share a bit about the program and the courses.
Thank you, Tori. Do you hear me okay?
Yep, can hear you great.
Thank you. And thank you all of you for being here today. If it is your lunchtime, thank you for being with us in your lunchtime. My name is Carolina Cuesta, and I am a faculty member in the Department of Educational Policy, Organization, and Leadership at the University of Illinois here at Urbana-Champaign. And I am the faculty that is going to teach or be in charge of the courses that are part of the MasterTrack certificate. If you can read there, I have a PhD in instructional design, and my main interest in research is on creativity. So we touch a little bit about creativity in the course, but mainly because it's my interest. But the most important thing is that we talk a lot about how to foster creativity in learning environments, and we also discuss how to design learning environments that are engaging and effective and efficient, right? I also have experience on how to develop the entrepreneurial mindset, and I'm also a scientist. And I say this because I have an interdisciplinary background, and most of my students find that very interesting, right? So if you take the certificate, not only because I am part of the certificate, but because you find in the community with all the students that are part of the certificate, a network that is very rich in different like type of knowledge and experience and expertise. And that in itself is extremely valuable, right? So I'm very excited to meet you all, and I hope that I can see many of you joining in the courses in the program or this fall or in the spring. So next, I'm going to talk briefly about the courses, right? And the course information, right? So the first course in the MasterTrack is called EPOL 472, right? It is called Instructional and Training System Design, right? This course is a foundational course that provides an overview of instructional system design. And this course will help you understand how to use models and theories, right, to design learning experiences. And as Tori mentioned, this is a graduate course, right? And I emphasize that it's a graduate course because It's a kind of a challenging course because most of our graduate students also take this course, right? So you will be experiencing what a graduate student also experience. And with this, the rigorous activities that we do with our graduate students. You will be a graduate student, right? And this means that you will develop the skills and knowledge, right, to have the foundations to be an instructional designer. So this course is important because instructional designers can help individuals to have meaningful learning experiences. So you will have that expertise on identifying what a meaningful learning experience is, right? So there are this course is also relevant not only in academia, right? So identifying learning experiences in higher education or K-12 or in schools, but also in organizations, right? So in organizational performance improvement, right? So this particular course, it's important also because you will start to develop your design or designer character, right? Because you will become a designer, a learning designer. And for that, you will have to identify a specific approach to design your learning experiences. And that is why knowing about models and theories becomes so important. You will have that base of knowledge to pick and choose specific theories and models that will help you design effective and engaging learning experiences, right? And this course will prepare you to select, organize, and develop effective instruction and training, right? And you will gain deep understanding on how people learn cognitively and emotionally. So we will learn about memory, about motivation, right? About how we use information, how we organize information in our brain, and how can we design specific learning materials to try to understand better information and learn better about specific challenging or complex topics, right? So the development of learning content and design will be more tailored, meaningful, and engaging. Next. So what we see here is the major activities that we were going to experience or see in this course, right? Or what we call the major assignments. We will have an instructional design project because this course is all about learning by doing, right? So we will have a big project during all the 8 weeks that this course is we will have this course during 8 weeks, right? So we will have a project during the 8 weeks. So students are participating and they will have the opportunity to design a whole learning experience. We will work with case studies, scenarios, and instructional design. We will have real life cases and students will develop an e-portfolio. With this instructional design project, I think that we will talk about the instructional design project and each of the assignments later. But what I want you to know more about this slide specifically is that during this course, we will base our learning experience in a specific framework that is called ADDIE, right? ADDIE, ADDIE. Analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation. And that is a conceptual and theoretical foundation that we instructional designers use to design learning experiences. So we will use this framework to design our whole learning experience and learn the models and theories that we use in each of those phases to design learning experience and learn how humans learn in each of those phases. So you will learn about that, right? Next. So yeah, so we will have the three major assignments: the instructional design project, we will have the instructional design case scenarios, and you will have the e-portfolio development. Next story. Yeah, in the instructional design project, as an instructional designer, you're asked to design and develop an educational project to fulfill the learning needs of your target audience. This project, you will have to do it with a group, right? So all of the assignments that we do in this course are meant to do it with a group, right? We value group projects because as instructional designers, that is a skill that we need to develop, right? So you will have to work in a group. You will have to identify a specific learning problem or instructional problem, and then work towards developing a learning solution, right? And therefore, you will have to identify a specific audience, a specific gap in that learning problem, and then you will play a key role in conducting a front-end analysis. So you will have to identify a learning context, a learning need, and you will learn all about that, right? You will have to define a learning outcome, learning objectives, selecting relevant technologies, developing learning materials, and then you will have to evaluate those outcomes. And then you will learn about all of that, right? Next. Then with the instructional design case study scenarios, we will have 4 design case scenarios that are related with the 4 stages of the ADDIE framework, right? So we will have a design case scenario with the analysis phase. So you will have to analyze that scenario, and you will have to propose a solution that is aligned with the analysis phase as a group, and then you will have to propose a solution that is aligned with a design solution, and then with implementation solution, and then an evaluation solution scenario. And that is another assignment. Next. Oh, and before starting with the another course, the e-portfolio. Thank you, Tori. The e-portfolio, it's an assignment that it's very important for us because an e-portfolio, it's a tool for you to showcase what you have learned as an instructional designer. So this is a starting point for you to showcase for future stakeholders or future employers, what are you learning, or what are your instructional designer skills, and what have you developed in this MasterTrack certificate, or what are your instructional designer skills. So we are going to use Adobe Express in this MasterTrack certificate. You as an University of Illinois student will have free access to this Adobe Express suite, the Adobe suite, and you will be able to have free access to a training. So you will learn how to use Adobe Express, and we will have an assignment that is designing your e-portfolio so you can showcase your instructional designer skills and show it to future employers. And that is going to be another assignment for the ePol 472 course. And those are the major assignments for that course. And then for the next course, that is 483, that is called Learning Technologies. In this course, you will develop skills in identifying, selecting, justifying the implementation of learning technologies, right? In the overall e-learning environment. So this course, the first course is the foundation of designing meaningful learning experiences, right? You will learn how people learn, how humans learn, some theories and models, and you will identify learning problems and develop learning solutions. This course will help you to identify specifically how to integrate learning technologies into an overall e-learning, or what we call technology enrich and enable learning environment, right? And how, or what are the characteristics and the design decisions that you have to make to design, implement, and evaluate that specific teal environment, right? And for that, you will have to learn about other models, theories, and processes to be able to design, evaluate, and implement learning technologies into those spaces, right? So you will be able to design blueprints and learn about learning technologies with the potential to build learning solutions, because a learning technology is just a tool and is not a learning solution. And we will learn about that difference between what is a tool and what is a learning solution. That is very important, right? Next. So for this course, we will have three major assignments, right? We will explore different learning technologies. So each week, we will also work in teams. Each week, one team will have a specific learning technology to explore. They will prepare a presentation that will be asynchronous. They will record a video for the other teams to watch asynchronously, and I will give them the learning technology to explore, and then we will have some questions. They will have to work on a design case study on a specific learning technology, and they will have an e-portfolio development that could be the portfolio development that you will continue to work from EPOL 472, but this in this course is optional. In 472, it's mandatory, but here will be optional. And the main topics in this course are like the history of instructional design. We will have trends in learning technologies. We will talk about immersive learning environments, the evolution of learning technologies, all the topics that surrounds specific learning technologies, how to evaluate them, the impact of the digital divide, how can we identify the learning technology as a tool, and how can we design a learning solution using different learning technologies, and what are those frameworks and theories that could help us to design a specific learning solution, right? Next. These are the major assignments. And in the design case studies, we will discuss a specific type of activities. In this course, we will learn how to design for the specific e-learning environment. So we will learn how to design absorb type activities that are passive activities in an e-learning environment that are called absorb type activities. Then we will learn how to design do type activities that are more do type activities, right? And then we will learn how to connect type activities that are other type of activities for our learners to transfer knowledge in a specific e-learning environment, right? Using different types of learning technologies. So those are the three types of learning scenarios that we will learn how to design for in a specific e-learning environment. And those are the design case study scenarios, and those are the specific assignments that we have for this specific course. Next. And for the e-portfolio development in this course, it's optional, but we recommend our students to actually do it because, like I told you, it's a great tool for you to showcase to your future employers and to or future stakeholders, and to showcase what you have done in both of the courses, the whole MasterTrack certificate. And I will keep giving feedback to you if you want me to. And you can keep improving your e-portfolio during both of the courses. So it's a great opportunity to you to use the e-portfolio in both of the courses as a tool to keep improving your skills as instructional designers. That was the whole MasterTrack certificate. If you have more questions, please let me know, put it in the chat or at the end. And also keep this in mind that both of the courses will help you if you actually want to continue with one of the masters in the College of Education. Thank you, Tori.
Thank you so much, Carolina. And next up, we have Brianna Davis.
Thanks, Tori. So now we're going to take a few slides to talk about the program format and just some logistical details about how the courses will be delivered to you as a student. Classes are hosted entirely online. They revolve around weekly synchronous sessions. The synchronous sessions really do offer a great opportunity for you to collaborate and interact with not only your peers in the course, but also your professor live and in real time. It allows you to engage in group work in an authentic way, and it allows you to have access to the necessary support from your instructors via both the synchronous sessions and other channels such as office hours. Next slide, please. So these courses are 8 weeks in length. This spring, the weekly synchronous sessions will meet one night per week for 3 hours. Please note that students who are not located in Central Time should plan accordingly. So if you have questions about that, let us know. For the spring 25 semester, EPOL 472 will be held on Thursday, starting the week of January 19th. EPOL 483 will be held on Thursday, starting the week of March 25th. As a student in the Instructional Design MasterTrack Certificate Program, the first 2 live sessions or synchronous sessions are required. We do recommend participation in the other class sessions just because, again, they really are the best way to get the most out of your experience. And we do see these sessions as a really valuable part of this program. And then just as an additional note, if you're thinking about course load, for each class, students can anticipate about 12 hours of asynchronous work outside of class each week. We do recognize that all students are a little different in this regard, but that's kind of a guesstimation of what you can anticipate workload-wise. Next slide, please. So on this slide, you'll see the different timelines to completion for the program, which is a common question that we receive. A lot of times students are curious about how quickly they can make their way through this 2-course program. The timeline to completion is contingent upon the term when you begin your coursework. So for students who plan to complete both courses during this coming spring semester, which is highlighted in that second column under option number 2, the program will take about 4 months to complete. So if you want to do the entire program this spring, it'll take about 4 months. The same is also true if you wish to begin the program during our spring B term, which will begin in March. So if you want to start with 483, you can take 483 during the second 8 weeks of the spring semester and the first 8 weeks of our summer semester. So again, that would also put you on a 4-month plan. So there are a few options if you choose to begin the program this spring. Long story short, we offer 3-month, 4-month, and 5-month plan options for this program. If you decided that you wanted to hold off and pursue this program in one of our summer semesters, you can adhere to our accelerated 3-month plan, which is shown in our first column. I realize this is a lot to consider. So of course, if you have any questions about your timeline to completion or your start date options, please contact our office. Tori has our contact information in the coming slides. So please reach out to us and we are happy to answer your questions about your options. So I will also take a minute to plug our newest concentration in our Education Policy, Organization, and Leadership Master's Degree Program, which is our Instructional Design, Technology, and Organization concentration. So if you choose to pursue the 2-course certificate program that we've been talking about, and you decide that later on you'd like to earn your master's degree, you can stack this certificate program and the courses into this master's degree concentration. So for your reference, the master's degree program is an 8-course program. So if you are admitted to the master's, if you are admitted to the master's after you complete the certificate program, you will have already completed 25% of your program by completing the certificate program first. So really great opportunity if you're wanting to just kind of dip your toe into the certificate program first. And then you decide that you want to pursue the master's, just know that they do stack into each other quite nicely. For your reference, the Instructional Design, Technology, and Organization concentration in our master's degree program focuses on more of the same. So technology-infused learning systems will cover topics including instructional system design, learning technologies, project management, program evaluation, and organization development. If you're interested in applying to this program directly for admission consideration for this spring, which will begin in January, we are accepting applications for this program for spring admission through December 1st. But if you'd like to begin with the certificate program, which is a great way to start, you can apply for the master's degree program while enrolled in the certificate program. So again, a lot of options. So please reach out to us if you have questions about your start date options for either of these programs. If you have questions about how the certificate program can kind of segue into and stack into the master's degree program, we're happy to elaborate on that as well. So please let us know if you have questions about your options.
And with that, I'm going to talk just very briefly. Want to let everyone know that while you are an Instructional Design MasterTrack student, you are a graduate student here at the College of Education. So you do have some additional resources as far as career services. There are a lot of asynchronous career service presentations that are available, and each semester there are synchronous career-related sessions that are offered each semester that current students can attend. You will be considered a graduate student at the College of Education, and so with that, you get things like career services, and so just want to shout that out. And then also, if you would like some individual career coaching or questions about what you can do, or need like a resume reviewed or a cover letter or input on that, you can also schedule individual sessions, can be scheduled with me, and then while you're in the program, and then up to 3 months after you complete the program. Still happy to meet with you. So want to make sure that everybody knows that that is available to them, and just kind of shout that out here. And then next up, Gina.
Hello, I'll be speaking with you about enrolling in the Instructional Design MasterTrack certificate program. As we mentioned earlier, a bachelor's degree is required to enroll in the program, as it's a graduate certificate program. The total cost of the program is $2,384. Once you enroll, you will pay the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign for each Instructional Design MasterTrack certificate course. And so each course is $1,192. The Instructional Design MasterTrack certificate is a non-degree program, so financial aid is not available. Payment plans are available, and you can refer to the website listed for more information on your payment plan options. And to enroll in the MasterTrack certificate program, you start an application and registration process online at the link provided. It is a non-degree application process. Spring applications are currently open. Applications for spring, part of term A, so for EPOL 472, closes January 3rd, and class starts the week of January 19th. Feel free to post any questions in the Q&A box or email onlineprograms@education.illinois.edu, and we're happy to answer any questions you might have.
Thanks, Gina. And with that, just want to, toss out some more things on why you should choose education at Illinois, and why you should consider joining this program and us here at the University of Illinois. We're a top-tier research university. We're currently ranked number 7 by U.S. News and World Report for our online master's program. And as we had talked about before, this program does stack directly into that master's program, and the 2 courses in this program are taken by a lot of our master's students here in the College of Education, especially in EPOL. We think that we're pretty affordable when we take a look at tuition compared to our peers. Also do want to shout out that the Instructional and MasterTrack certificate program is offered at a reduced rate compared to traditional tuition for the program. So if you are considering a master's degree already and you're looking at these 2 classes, we would recommend that you start with the Instructional Design MasterTrack certificate program in order to start that program, both to earn the certificate, but also to take advantage of the reduced costs of those 2 classes, which are degree count towards your degree and graduation, as Brianna had elaborated on earlier. We have world-class faculty, including Carolina and others. We think our faculty are pretty great, and our faculty do really great things. If you are interested in learning more about our faculty, you can learn more about them on our website. Faculty do have faculty bios, and you can learn more about some of our faculty there. Our programs have an online student engagement focus. All of our programs have peers with a diverse and rich backgrounds from all over the world. We might even have some of you on the call who are located all over the world, but peers in your classes will also be located from all over and have different experiences and backgrounds, whether that's careers, where they're located, and lived experiences. And they bring that with them, those experiences with them into the classroom, and we think that that is a benefit to all of our students. And as a graduate student here at the College of Education, we think that we have extensive resources for online students. Want to quickly shout out that while you are a student here, you do have access to our library, and our library is pretty renowned. And so encourage you to take advantage of our library services, which includes you can get your books for these courses through our library here at the University of Illinois. So once you are approved for the program, you can go get your books for the 2 classes through our library services. Even if you aren't located in Illinois, they'll still work with you and can mail books to you, and you can mail them back. I know some of the books are also digital for this program specifically, but wanted to shout that out and let students and everyone know about that. This is just our ranking that we have there. We really hope that you consider joining us here at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. We think we're pretty great, and we think that you could be pretty great too, and I'm sure you are great, and would love for you to join us here at the university. We'd love to see your application for any of our programs, but especially our Instructional Design MasterTrack certificate program. At this point in time, we are ready for questions. So if you have any questions, please type those in the chat, in the Q&A chat, or we have a good enough group here. You could unmute yourself as long as everybody takes turns if you want to ask that question out. That is also great. Also, if you think of any other questions after the presentation, you can always reach us at onlineprograms@education.illinois.edu, and would be happy to get those answered for you that way as well. With that, I'll give folks a moment to think if they have any questions. Now, one of the questions that we sometimes get asked is just for clarification. Both of the courses in this program are offered once every semester, which is why in the outline that Brianna had shared before, term A for spring includes 472 and term B is 483. Both of those are 8 weeks long. And a lot of that also goes towards the same format for our master's program. A lot of courses in our master's program are offered in the 8-week format so that students can take one course at a time in order to have 8 credit hours a semester, because 6 credit hours is the threshold to qualify as a full-time student for financial aid purposes. For all other purposes, it is 12 credit hours in order to be considered a full-time student. So just wanted to share that. And did get a question here about the presentation. Just a reminder, this presentation is being recorded and will get emailed out to everybody. So if you missed anything, that will get emailed out to you using the same email address that you registered for this presentation. It'll go out about 12 hours after we end the session today. So if you missed anything or want to watch anything back on your own time to consider things, it will get emailed back out to you. Thank you for that question. And we got some questions. Okay, so first question that I'm seeing here is if they've already completed the non-degree seeking student application, when can they expect to hear back about when they will be able to register for the courses? That will happen about a week or so after the application deadline ends. So for this program, if not sooner, you should hear no later than January 3rd, but I know that they get processed as things come in. So the applications come in, materials need to get reviewed and things like that through it. But you should hear from us no later than shortly after January 3rd, if not sooner, because we are reviewing those applications as they come in. Yeah, so seeing questions there about their status. Gina, do you have anything that you wanted to add there?
Just that it goes through a couple different reviews before a decision is available. So if it should go through in a week, in around a week. If it's longer than 2 weeks, then please reach out to us.
Thanks for that, Gina, and thanks for those questions.
Hey, Tori, I received a direct question that I would like to ask Carolina if she could help with that. We've got a prospect who is asking, will we learn how to integrate AI tools into any of the phases?
We will discuss the characteristics of integrating any learning technology, but not specifically specific AI technology to a learning environment. But we will discuss AI.
Thank you for that.
Any other questions? Thanks for those that we've gotten so far and those that have reached out to everyone. I did want to, while folks are thinking, another question that I know that we've gotten asked sometimes is when are you charged for your courses in the program? If you enroll in both courses at the same time, you will get charged for both classes at the same time. If you register for one course, you enroll and then take that course and then register for the second course later. That is when you will then get charged for the second course in the program. But if you register for both courses at the same time, you will get charged for both courses in the program at once. Did get a question here, Carolina. I think maybe you could answer this one. Someone asked, what are some of the learning technologies that past students have selected for their project? Or maybe any that come to your mind that students have done maybe this last semester?
Uh, Let me think. Sometimes students think that a learning technology is using Articulate or authoring tools, right? But we don't learn how to use authoring tools in this course. And that is something that we talk about because we don't do that in those courses, right? We encourage our students to actually learn how to use them. And we and you as students in the University of Illinois have access, for example, to LinkedIn Learning, and you have a bunch of tutorials there to learn how to use authoring tools. But what we learn is foundational knowledge on how to identify specific learning tools. And some students use simulations, for example. So we identify specific simulations to use in a learning solution, right? So some students identify a specific game, right, as a tool for a specific learning solution that is a big learning solution, right? So they choose one game as a learning tool, and they use a specific simulation as a learning tool for a learning solution, right? Other students use some video production tools like Loom. And this could sound very simple because sometimes learning technologies are simple, but if we use it efficiently, they can be very powerful, right? If we have a learning technology that is extremely powerful, but if we don't use it efficiently, it could be not meaningful for the learning experience, right? And that is something that we learn in this course. So I don't want to say something that could be used as, like a detrimental learning experience at the end. So learning technology could be YouTube, right? A YouTube video is a learning technology if we use it in a learning solution that is efficient for the learning purpose, right? So any videos, a PowerPoint is a learning technology. So depending on the learning purpose, a learning technology could be very useful, but depending on the learning intention of the learning purpose, a learning technology as PowerPoint videos, even, and I'm looking at things because a thing also could be a learning technology, right? So we will learn what a learning technology is, and maybe we will have a different perspective of what a learning technology is.
Thank you for that. Any other questions? I also did launch our in-depth session poll to just keep feedback from everybody. Thanks for everyone who has already answered that. It's just a quick yes or no question. Did this event meet your expectations? Just appreciate that input. Again, if you think of anything after the session, or if you're watching this recording back later, you can reach us at the email that's right there on the screen, onlineprograms@education.illinois.edu. Happy to answer those questions. You can also visit our website at Illinois Online, and you could talk to our chat bot, Eddie, if you have questions about things. So Eddie is there 24/7, education.illinois.edu, and Eddie can also help answer some basic questions. What Eddie cannot answer is Eddie will not be able to, unfortunately, give you an answer on your application status. I've seen that come in quite a bit. So unfortunately, Eddie isn't able to help with that question specifically. And yeah, so just wanted to let folks know about that, but it can help with other questions about the program, including like start dates and tuition and some things like that. So if you just have questions about that or any of our other programs, that is available. Did get a question here on the rough estimate for the cost of reading materials. You can actually get those through the library at no cost. And I'm forgetting, Carolyn, which one of the classes uses a digital book? Is that 483?
We have for 483, we have a book that it's through the University of Illinois Library, but for 472, we have to buy a book.
Okay,
That is around $80.
okay.
But
And
we're
then,
trying to get a license. We're trying to do something, but for now it's $80.
thank you.
It's a foundational book that you will use forever.
Any other questions? Well, I do want to thank everyone for joining us today and everybody who is watching this recording back later. Really appreciate your time and appreciate your interest in the program. It was really exciting to see that many of you on this call have already applied and have gotten your application in. It's great. We can't wait to see those applications if faculty haven't already seen them already. And can't wait to see you in the program in the spring 2025. It'll be here before too long. Again, just want to remind everyone that applications to start in Term A with 472 close on January 3rd. So if you are considering the program and the application, I really encourage you to go ahead and get that in. There is no fee associated with the application to the program, so did want to just shout that out for the MasterTrack certificate program. Anything else that you would like to add, Carolina?
No, hope to see you all in January.
All right, yeah, hope to see you all in January. Please have a great rest of your day, and thank you again so much for joining us today, no matter where you are. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.